Hey, welcome to World Entertainment, and here's a story you probably didn't think we'd be talking about. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Remember that movie? No, that's alright, no one does. Except someone does. And that person is the director, James Mangold, because he's decided to come out and basically say, oh, the reason the movie bombed is because of the fans. The fans are the reason it bombed. Yeah. He's starting to go down this path, blaming the whole thing on fans because fans didn't know what they really wanted. Yeah, so we'll dive into this. We'll have a look at the article. We won't look at the entire thing. So if you want to have a read of the entire article, it's over there on that Park Place. But let's have a look at this anyway. So, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny director James Mangold has blamed the failure of his big budget film on the fans in a recent interview, completely ignoring and dismissing all valid criticism of the Phoebe Waller-Bridge led film that also featured Harrison Ford. They're not wrong there, are they? Indiana Jones fans the world over turned their noses up at Mangold's film, failing to connect with the movie's deconstruction of one of the greatest action heroes of all time. In the movie, Harrison Ford plays Dr. Jones as a broken old man awash in misery until a snarky brunette female with a British accent comes into his life to show him how inadequate he is. Again, no lies detected there. That's not to be confused with Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens, when Ford played Han Solo as a broken old man awash in misery until a snarky brunette female with a British accent comes into his life to show him how inadequate he is. Again, no lies detected. But according to Mangold, who by the way is slated to helm a big budget Star Wars project in the near future, yeah, we'll believe it when we see it, the film didn't bomb because of the script or the characters. It certainly had nothing to do with his creative vision and the numerous reshoots that he attacked fans over, claiming falsely that they never took place. No, Indiana Jones director James Mangold instead placed blame where it belongs, with the fans, the paying customer, the audience of Indiana Jones fans. So here is what he said on why Dial of Disaster failed. He said this: "You have a wonderful, brilliant actor who's in his 80s. So I'm making a movie about this guy in his 80s. But his audience on one other level doesn't want to confront their hero at that age. And I'm like, I'm good with it. We made the movie, but the question is, how would anything have made the audience happy with that, other than having to start over again with a new guy? And then here comes lifelong heroes from my childhood into my life going, we have something for you to work on. It was a joyous experience. But it hurt in the sense that I really love Harrison and wanted audiences to love him as he was and to accept that that's part of what the movie has to say. That things come to an end. That's part of life."
That is one big pile of shit.
Everything he says there is just total, utter bullshit for why this movie failed. To say the fans didn't want to see him in his 80s. No, the question was, why did you wait so long to make it to start with, for him to even get into his 80s? Because it was 2015 when they announced that they were going to make a new Indiana Jones with him. Remember that? Because that was one of his bargaining chips to get him back for Star Wars, was that he said, I'll do it as long as you give me one more outing as Indiana Jones. That was back in 2015. And they waited and waited and waited and waited, and yet they waited again, and by the time he was far too old, they put him in. But it wasn't the case of we were watching our hero in his 80s. No, the issue was what you'd actually done to the hero. You broke him down. You took away the happy ending he had in The Crystal Skull. Even people who didn't like that movie all still agreed on the ending was perfect. Him marrying Marion and walking off into the sunset, basically again, happily married with their son now. And they undid that. They took that ending away stripped him down, broke him down, made him a loser, a drunk, a quitter, someone who was giving up on life, who just wanted to die, who said screw history, all of that stuff. And yes, he did say screw history. He wanted to remain in the past and change everything, because that would have been the consequences. He's like, I don't care. And it was basically not the hero that we had. And why did they do it? Oh, because they wanted to give us the same ending as Crystal Skull for their own movie. He absolutely had character assassination of this movie. And when the fans saw that and started to hear that, and fans pushed back against that, especially the fact that they were going to really emphasize Phoebe Waller-Bridge as being the hero of the movie, people went, screw you, that's not what we want. And he's trying to say, oh, it's because the fans weren't comfortable with watching an 80-year-old man. The fuck out of here, James Mangold, you moron. The hell you talking about? People cherished this character, and again, people were excited, even though they were concerned, saying, wow, like an 80-year-old version of Indiana Jones with... Okay. Then the first real bad news came when they went, oh, George Lucas and Steven Spielberg are going to have nothing to do with it at all in any way. Not even a producer credit. Everyone went, well, that's not good news. Then once they said Phoebe Waller-Bridge was coming on board, it was like, uh-oh. Then we heard what the story was going to be. And James Mangold tried to deny that and flat out lied. He attacked people. He went after people on YouTube and Twitter and everywhere, saying they're full of crap, they're lies, they're basement dwellers, they're all this. There's no time travel in the movie, there's no this, there's no that. And what did we get in the movie? We got time travel. We had Indiana Jones wanting to stay in the past and die because he didn't care, because he was washed up drunk. That is not Indiana Jones. So no matter what James Mangold wants to say and who he wants to point the finger at, I hope he's looking in the mirror when he's pointing that finger, because him and Kathleen Kennedy and Disney are the reason that movie failed. So get off your high horse, James Mangold, and realize you're not God's greatest gift to movie making. You made a shit movie that cost far too much and it bombed. Get over it. Move on. And stop attacking the paying customer. Stop attacking the people you need to go and see your movies. It's not a great move. Just ask Rachel Zegler. So, with that, I shall leave it there for this one. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Cheers, and I'll catch you in the next one.